What's up guys, Kyle here for Colossal Designs, and I'm going to be doing another Cinema 4D tutorial for you guys today. In this tutorial we're going to be learning poly effects, and it's going to look like this. I'm going to switch the colors up in the tutorial, and so they're going to be nice orange. So it's going to all form into your 3D text. Alright, so let's get into Cinema 4D and get started. So you're going to go right away into your render settings and change the output to 1280 720. And then you're going to get your main screen. You're going to go to MoGraph, MoText, and a text object should appear. And you're going to type whatever you want your first text to be. I'm going to make it like this, and I'm going to make it all caps. So I can use the font once it loads. This font, Clarendon BLK BT, and I'm going to hit OK. So it's going to look something like that. So then you're going to align it in the middle and go to caps, fillet cap, and then your end cap is a fillet cap as well, and change the depth to about 50. Alright, so with this done, you're going to drag the text down. So you're going to get your second text, and you're just going to name this designs, or whatever you want your second text object to be. So you're going to grab your first text, drag it a little bit above the second text, and then adjust them so they're about the same size. Alright, so it's going to look something like that. Pretty simple text. And then you're going to go for the poly effects, MoGraph poly effects, and then you're going to want two of those. And you're going to drag the first poly effects in your first text and the second into the second text. So now I'm going to go to the MoGraph texts and name one of them whatever my first text is and the second for my second text. Sorry about that. So if you click on both of your poly effects and you go to effectors, there's nothing in it. So you have to go to MoGraph effector, and we're going to be using a random effector. So you'll get something that looks like that after you're done, but make sure both poly effects are selected before you do this. Then go to fall off and change the shape to a sphere. So then if you drag it through, it's gonna, wherever the sphere is, make it a jumbled kind of mess. So then you're gonna adjust it so it's about the same size as the text. And then I'm gonna, in about this view, bring it back a little bit. So it's gonna look like that. And the way you're going to animate this is using the weight. So when the weight's at 100%, it's all jumbled up, and when it's at 0, it's the regular text. So to make this look a little better, you're going to go into the parameter. I'm going to change it to about 5,000, just so they're very spread out. And then I'm going to go to my scale and type 2 on each. And I'm going to go to my rotation and just make the rotation whatever you want. So I'm going to do like 400. 300 and 600. So it's going to look something like that. And then if you hit play, nothing will happen. So I'm going to change the frames to about 150. So you're going to get 150 frames. Drag the bar like that, so you can see all 150 frames in the bottom key here. And then go to random, go to fall off, hit control, and then click right next to the weight. There's a little box, and it should turn red, and the keyframe should appear. So now if you drag the weight to 0, it's going to turn orange. So go to the very end of your timeline at about 140. So there's still 10 frames left to see the text. And then hit control and then actually drag it down to 0. And then the box will appear orange. So then hit control and then another keyframe should appear. So now if you hit play, it's going to look like that. And then it's going to look like that. So now what we're going to do is just add a simple camera. I'm not going to do any camera movements. That's up to you. So just make sure the white box is selected. Position your camera where you want it and just hit the keyframe button. So now once you're off the camera, you can zoom out a bit. So it's going to look like that. You're going to see the camera. It's going to be pointing right at your text. So now we're going to go in and create some material. So we're going to go File, New Material. And I'm just going to select an orange for Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. And go to Basic, reflection, and then change the brightness to about 21%, so it's still pretty bright. Drag that over both of your first text objects. So now if you hit play, it's going to come in and it's going to be a nice orange text, and if you render this, it's going to look something like that. So now if you go to the very beginning of your timeline again, we're going to create the another material for the background, so it gives it a nice kind of vignette type look. So if you drag this up, you're going to get all these. Go to texture and then go to gradient. So then you're going to get a gradient that's going to be black to white, but we don't want that. You want it to be circular. So go to 2D circular under the type, and then change the white to an orange. So now it's going to look like that. The black's going to be on the middle, but you don't want that, so I'm just going to change it around. So the orange is in the middle and the black is on the outside. So now if we go into where our lights and cameras are, and you select background and you drag this on and you render it, you're going to get the nice background in the end of it. So I'm going to select off my camera again, and I'm going to add some lighting. It's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to select light and drag one light up. So if you see that, it's way up there. And I'm going to create another light and just click on your second light and just drag it out a bit so there's good light on the text. So now if you go to the very beginning of the timeline and play this, it's going to look something like this. So now it's going to finish, and if you do render it, it's going to have the nice black vignette kind of style around it. You're going to get the nice 3D text in the middle. So thanks for watching this tutorial. Message for suggestions on future tutorials. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.